Today we are going through the Call Center Pro, how to go ahead and set up your own queue, how to manage it, and of course, how to go ahead and change all the settings inside of it. So first thing you'd like to go ahead and do is get logged into our portal. You'll go ahead and do so with the username, password, and the account name that we have provided you. Once we've done so, you want to go ahead and click on these app buttons up here, and then go to Call Center Pro. So inside of here, we'll be creating an entirely new queue today. I'm going to call it an orders queue. And then we're just going to select a spare number that we have just over here from our side. Overall, really not much that goes into this. Of course, the phone number is going to be very important, and generally we'll go ahead and give you a phone number prior to you getting to this step. But if we did not provide a phone number, you're feel free to go ahead and click on spare number and select one of the spares we have selected for your company. Next thing we need to go ahead and look at is just the general settings of the queue. So right here we have call limit. This is essentially going to say how many calls can be in the queue. Generally our clients do not use this feature because they want to have as many calls as possible inside the queue. But if you'd like, we can always go ahead and limit it down to, let's say, only 5 calls can enter the queue at a time, or 10 calls, something along those lines. Right here, we also have the queue timeout. What that does is it's the number for how long, how many seconds the caller will be inside of the queue before they actually go ahead and get canceled out of the queue. We have it set up for 3,600 seconds as a generic. This is rather long. Usually our clients will be looking for something closer to like maybe 10 minutes, so like 600 seconds. But we can set it up for as long as needed. It really depends on how many agents you think will be answering the phones, how long you think the calls will take, so on and so forth. Now, right here we have all the different settings for how it affects the queue. Now, timeout if empty, what this means is that if there is no one in the queue at all, no one is signed in, the call will immediately go off to the next thing. Which generally at the queue, we can have a call flow for like a voicemail or something like that along those lines. We have the record all calls inside this queue. What this will do will generate a form for you that has all the audio files for every single incoming call and outgoing call that is created and made throughout the queue. Display agents to other agents. What this means is that when you're actually inside of the queue, as a supervisor or an admin of the queue, you're able to go ahead and see every single agent and what status they're currently in. Selecting this button will just give the agents the ability to see that as well. So moving on from here, when it comes down to like escalation handling, escalation queue, escalation call flow, this is all things we'd ask you to go ahead and speak with your project manager about to figure out exactly what you want to happen if the call is unanswered or if there is a timeout, something along those lines. Now, the next thing we have over here is the routing strategy. This is how the calls are delivered to the agents. Each one of these things has its own little blurb, but our most used ones is going to be round robin, our least offers made. This will go ahead and provide generally the most evenest of calls be pushed out through all of your different agents. Hold treatment. So inside of here, we have a lot of different options of what we can go ahead and do to assist with how the queue is ran. And what that means is that we have the ability to go ahead and announce position, announce wait, and also play a media file. And we can do these in any sort of fashion that you'd like. So we can announce the wait, announce the position, we can play the audio file, and then also announce position and announce wait once again after that. This is all dependent on how long your audio files you put into here are. And this is a great place for you to put advertisement, but self-serve options, and really kind of just play with what you want inside of this area. Last, we have agent behavior over here on this side. What that means is exactly how the agent is going to be dealt with either after a call or a call coming into them. So the agent connect timeout is the amount of seconds we're going to be ringing that agent before we try to move to the next agent. So we have that set up to 20 seconds. Our clients range from about 20 seconds to 60 seconds, depending on how long they want one of their agents to be ringing. And then this forced away on reject or missed call. What this will do is it will take an agent who's in an active status. If they had an incoming phone call to them and they hit their timeout, so 20 seconds for this queue, This will go ahead and force them into an away status to not receive another call until they personally go ahead and turn themselves back into an active status. Now, recovery timer. What this is this allows the agent to go ahead and put notes inside the system or complete the actions that they were just discussing on the phone call after the phone call has been completed. So our agent recovery time right now is at 10 seconds. So that means it'd be 10 seconds that they'd be in an away status and then immediately pop them into an available status after that time. Generally, depending on how you like your, I guess, how the calls are coming in and what calls you're getting, for any troubleshooting calls or anything that requires notes, we would suggest about 60 seconds. Give the agents about a minute to go ahead and wrap everything up. If it's just placing an order or doing something throughout a system, something around 20 to 30 seconds may be more appropriate for you. The allow recovery time extension. What this does is this allows you to go ahead and extend them out for an extra 10 seconds if they request it. So if an agent's looking at their timer and they see they have 5 seconds left, but they still got 10 seconds of notes left, we can go ahead and allow them the ability to go ahead and extend their timer out. We also have the ability to allow multiple extensions, but I personally would advise against this because this is a system that could be abused. Someone could sit there and just hit extension, extension, extension. It'd be something you'd be able to see and monitor throughout the tab, but I would still advise to not go through this. Last but not least, we have member assignment over here on this side. And effectively, this is just the members that we can go ahead and put into the queue. And then, of course, you can put them in as an agent or a manager, depending on what role you'd like them to go ahead and complete inside of this queue. Last but not least, we have the review page. It's very important to go over this page and extremely important to always click this button over here. Any changes that you make within this system, if you do not click on this update or create queue, they will go away. So it's very important to get to the very last step and confirm all the changes that you're looking for. Now, as far as it goes, this is how to create a queue. Let's talk a little more about how we can manage a queue. So I'll be kicking over to one of our other clients over here on this side that uses our queue function a lot. What we're seeing over here is we're seeing all the different statuses of what the agents are on right now. As you can see in the very top, we have a little stat page that goes over all the different things as far as metrics that we are observing for you. So we have the longest waiting time, the calls that are currently in queue, the abandoned calls, which is a call that left before it was answered. We have agents ready, agents busy, agents away, missed calls, and then handled calls. What's really great about this view here is not only are your managers able to see a very quick view of exactly what everyone is doing right now, but you can also go ahead and go through the activity log and actually get. So as far as it goes, we also have a further tab over here on this side that does allow you to go ahead and do more in-depth stats per agent. And all you'd have to do is go down through this list, select the agent that you're looking for, what queue they were currently in, and I'll go ahead and display all that information for you. Over here at the top right hand side, we have a download option for both of these sets, so we'll just go ahead and download that information for you to save later. So this is a basic overview. Actually, wait, we got the members. So as far as members, inside of here, we can go ahead and add people in that were previously not members of the call center. Once these members have been added in, you'll then need to go to each queue individually and then add these members in through that queue. So guys, this is all the information that should go ahead and get you started on getting your call queue ready. If you have any further questions or concerns, always feel free to give us a call. We'll be happy to help you out.